too whiny for what we're going for. I love him, and when the night is over. Maybe a little more balanced sounding would be, I love him, and when the night is over. You hear a difference in the tonal quality, right? So try that line actually from On My Own, and then record yourself and see how you sound. Because this is how singers get really good, is they study their own sound. As an instrument, you're producing a tonal sound that has nothing to do with the words, really. It's the ah, ah, the sound you're producing. See if you can get the sound that is ideal, that people like. Just like we all like, well, most of us like to get a massage. We all like, and we like a certain type of massage. Most of us don't like the whole hi-ya, 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 right? We like a nice, maybe hard, but there's a general theme to what we like. And I find that translate into tonal appeal, if you will, what people like to hear. So that's all this really is boiling it down to creating a sound that's appealing to the average person's ear. It's not rocket science, right? It's pretty easy, really, when you think about it. Yelling to hit a higher, mixed, or belting voice sound. So my voice doesn't like it when I demonstrate this, so I'm gonna have to be careful. So if people get stuck in their mouth and stuck in a chest voice sound, because you've got a head voice tone, woo, and a chest voice tone, hey, and you've got a pharyngeal tone, and they gotta blend together to make your singing feel easy as you travel through your range. But a lot of people get in their low, strong voice and try to sing higher and higher. Oh my gosh, why don't we just use that as our exercise, right? So what we want is try to sing higher and higher. I get a little more blended sound and it feels way better. I'm not like using all this force to get up there anymore. I feel kind of free. This is a problem that I have struggled with at times, and especially in the past, and I've worked on it a lot and I've worked through it a lot, and it's much better. But don't push too hard, don't work too hard. Some singing teachers will even say push from your diaphragm. Don't do that. There is a slight pushy feeling, but if everything's collapsed and tight in here, you're going to have problems. You shouldn't be having to push out your voice. It should sail. So when in doubt, breathe in. Because sometimes people think they're not breathing in, or sorry, they think they are breathing in, and they're not. They're thinking, breathe in, but then they're not actually breathing in. So, receive your air first, that's a safe bet. And then from there, just don't push too hard. You don't get loud from pushing hard anywhere. You get loud from crying, like a released cry, like a baby's upset. Like if I have to get loud to be a baby, I don't think I'm gonna push this out. I just think relax. It's a released cry. So I have a few exercises that you can do for this. Just go whoa, whoa. Now picture you're doing this with your mouth and keep your hands moving, keep breathing out. Whoa. Whoa! I'm going to put a little more cry on that. I'm going to get a little more upset. Whoa! Whoa! I'm just getting more and more upset. I'm not pushing harder. I'm just breathing out too. Whoa! And I'm breathing in too. Whoa! Why? I do not feel like I'm pushing. I feel like I'm swelling. I'm letting the resonance swell within me, and then, but it does help sometimes to think of like sending your air forward, if that helps, if you feel like you're holding your breath. But just cry. If you can get upset, that upset actually makes your voice work better. So just cry. Think of a rattle. Go back to being 3 for a second if you can, when nobody's home. And just, babies, they just let their mouth hang open. My son does it all the time. They just let it fly. They're very relaxed and they have no strain afterwards, right? So give it a try, just cry. I know it's hard. I know it's like takes a lot of acting and guts, but just see if you can be that baby for a minute, and then you'll find your power voice. That's how I found it. So similar to being too excessively nasal and whiny into the nose. There's two types of nasality. There's nasality in the nose, and then there's nasal resonance, which is a little more behind the nose in the sinus cavity. In the nose, behind the nose. There's a similarity, but they're different. But just as people shove sound into their nose sometimes, and I believe there's a reason why people do that. They do it because it makes their vocals less strained, and helps them to, it does help in a way, protect your voice. So there's a reason why people tend to do these funny habits, I find. Every weird habit that makes somebody kind of sound not so great, I actually find there's always a reason why they're doing that. They're trying to make a workaround to make their singing feel better. So it's really a good thing in a way, even though it sometimes doesn't sound like it. So going back to too whiny. If you're singing a song like Miley Cyrus' Party in the USA, she is not going to hit that high part without getting quite whiny, because it's high, it's got a certain style to it. Every singer is different. Having said that, we don't want to be excessively whiny. Although in Broadway they use it all the time. He was so lovely, I loved him. Sometimes it's useful to be whiny. It really projects the sound. But you know, you want to just check in and see if you're too whiny. Maybe you need a little more fullness in your sound and blend your resonance or build your resonance in a different way.